I will. Race 5 Canberra. Let's pick up the closing stages at Yarra Glen.
Going home, next show of hands, Fly Away Home, Jeff's Warrior and New York Tuffy. Tweeds off the back, a metre in front of Chad.
Looks extremely hard to beat from an inside gate. And Michael Carl has ventured from Queensland to ride the horse today. But Michael, not always from Queensland, from this area. How many years have you been in Queensland now?
I've been there about 2.5 years now, Hilton. And I've been always based at the Gold Coast in that time. But
it seems like it's been a very successful move for you.
Yeah, fortunately it's worked out well, and I've had a fair bit of luck and some good support from some Queensland trainers. It's been quite good.
Do you know how many winners you've ridden in the time you've been away from here?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I have had very good success. Yeah.
Well, you did ride Happy Spring to win 3 starts ago at Doomben in a 2-year-old over 1,030. Then the horse came out and won again at Doomben, and then of course ran second in the 2-year-old slipper behind Territorial. Is Happy Spring up to this field today?
I think she's Hilton, yeah. She's an improving type of little filly who seems to get better with each run, and she does everything right. She's drawn a good barrier, so I think she'll race well.
Do you think you'll race on the speed or even try and lead?
I'd say she'd be pretty close to the pace. Yeah, she'd be pretty close to it. Just sum it up as we go.
Welcome back to Canberra, Michael. It must be good to come home and see the folks.
Yes, it is, Hilton. I usually only get the opportunity to come back at Christmas time, but it's nice to come back and have a ride.
You're on a good horse today. Good luck.
Thanks, Hilton.
Good on you. Michael Carl, who these days rides from the Gold Coast very successfully.
Yes, indeed, and Happy Spring, very big chance today in the Black Opal Preview. Okay, now at Benalla, they're running a fraction late there, but they're at the start for this next event, which is race number 6. And we've got Conradin at 250, the favourite. Langtree.
We have Paul Venning here from Marsh and McLennan, a local company and great sponsors of the club. Paul, Marsh and McLennan, what is it?
Well, we're the largest insurance and consulting brokers in the world, Hilton. We're right here in Canberra, been here for a number of years, and after just merging with Sedgwick, we're looking forward to going on bigger and better things.
And I believe you're also insurance brokers for the club.
We are. We have been the brokers to the racing club for some 6 years now, and sponsoring this race for the last 2 years. So we're very happy to be associated with the club.
And your sponsorship, as you mentioned, what does it entail apart with the race?
Well, we involve ourselves in a client function. We invite some 40 clients along, and we all have a great time having a bit of a punt and enjoying the day.
Congratulations on that. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Hilton.
Good on you. Paul Venning there from Marsh and McLennan. Let's go to Menangle. They're just about set.
Thanks, Hilton. Just about set, as you said, as the mobile...
Is Hilton.
King Kitto is a horse who has an undeniable winning chance on his last run, coming up, of course, in the Black Opal Preview, and Brian York is his jockey. Brian, you weren't on the horse last time, but he really finished off well behind commands.
Yeah, he won a good race. He got back a little bit that day, and he got home quite well, but he's drawn fairly handily today, so he shouldn't have to get too far away. There'll be a lot of speed in the race, no doubt, but he should be able to get into a spot that he can win from.
The way he went, it looks like the 1,200 metres will really suit him.
Yeah, that extra little bit of distance won't hurt him at all.
Seeing that the leaders are kicking on today, or at least on-pace runners are figuring in the finish, do you envisage having him a bit closer? Like you said, there's plenty of speed, but do you think you might get a bit too far back?
No, I hope not. As I say, from the barrier, I shouldn't have to go too far back. I should be able to just fall into a midfieldish position anyway. I wouldn't like to be any further back than that, but then again, I'd want to be giving him a chance early too, so... I'll just see how if he happened to come out running, I'm not going to stop him, you know, so I'll just be where he's comfortable.
You rode him 2 starts ago. Tell us about that run when he ran 3rd.
He actually was fairly close in the race that day, but I didn't go all that hard in the race that day. I mean, there'll be a lot more pace on in this.
He ran against Catbird at his first race start. Catbird does get a weight advantage today, but given the extra distance, do you think that he's up to Catbird in beating him?
Oh, Catbird's got to be the one to beat. I mean, his form suggests that he's not a bad horse, and this bloke's probably a better horse than he was when he met him last time, though. But you know, he's going to need to be at his best to beat Catbird.
You had a good week last week. Congratulations, and hopefully you can start this week off as you have done already today. But hopefully you can win with King Kitto in the preview.
Yeah, well, it'll be a good start to the week.
Good on you. Brian York there, who's riding King Kitto in the Black Opal Preview, coming up soon on Sky.
Yes, looking forward to that, and Brian York, a fantastic rider, as Hilton said, in great form too. Now at the start at Flemington, and now at Canberra, the Black Opal Preview, and it's $1.80 odds on Catbird, Chosen Valor 16, Hemingway 18, King Kitto is at 11, Ram Raid now into 13, And then looking down to Territorial 11, and well supported is the filly Happy Spring at 580. Set Yarra Glen. Here's Dan.
Set for a start. And away they go. Good breakaway here.
Chosen Valor now 16. Hemingway 16. King Keto at 11. Into 11's now Ram Raid. And then down further, 11's Territorial. And Happy Spring now 640. Should be a very interesting race, the Black Opal Preview. Nick's special here's Catbird. Mark de Montfort aboard. Now Sunshine Coast Divs, and the winner was 6, Boston Common, 650, 2 even, 1 Golden Dream, 320, 5 My Laguna Bay, 175, Quinella 35.20, trifecta 6, 1 and 5, $308, race 6, the Sunshine Coast. Flemington and the winner 4, House of Art, 630, 230, 8 Northern Warrior, 370, 9 Recommittal, 320, Quinella 41.20, and the 4, 8 and 9 trifecta, $1,178, race 6 at Flemington. Benalla is 3 away, and Speed Away 710, 810 Mankind, 11 Rustic Warrior, Viva Emanuela at 430, Big Mistake at $9, Gamesmanship at 840, then Tim's Show is at 650. And further down to the others, 19s for Kahuna Prince, the others over 20s. And the selections at Benalla are 1, 2, 4 from Matthew. Now, Thunderstorm gets it at Yarra Glen over 1 Diego and 3rd to 5 Golden Legacy, 915. Canberra, the Black Opal Preview. Let's take you back to Canberra once again. Here's Tony Campbell.
Now, Best of Burgess goes up. That leaves Hemingway, Catbird and Abhishek to move in, and we'll have a start. In the big one of the day, and of course don't forget the Black Opal Preview is on a fortnight from today, Sunday, March the 7th, the big Black Opal. Sunday, March the 7th, the Black Opal for 1999. Now Abhishek will go up, and that will leave the favourite Catbird. I know that the connections of Catbird are listening in all the way up at Guam, Mr. and Mrs. Ken Jones Jr. They're listening at Guam with great interest in this race. Now, Abhishek is still out of line. Pulling away Abhishek. And Catbird is on the move. Another effort made. Now Abhishek goes up towards an outside gate. Now the favourite Catbird will be the last one to move in the famous Glen O'Sullivan colours. Now Catbird goes up. So they're boxed and ready now under starters orders for the 1999 Black Opal Preview. Waiting on the light. There's the light now. They're set. Stand by. Happy Spring the inside from Queensland. They face up well. Racing in the Black Opal Preview, and Glittering Gleams went back to the tail of the field when they hit the ground, and Chosen Valor got away well. Ram Raiders up running second, Happy Spring is third, then Vain Kari followed by King Kiddo. Going up 3 wide there and making up ground was Catbird, followed by Territorial. Loring is not too far away, followed then by Crimson Covert. Calais on the outside, getting back in the field. Noble L followed by Glittering Gleams. Money Mover between runners, a long break behind those Abhishek, and Best of Burgess is along last. There's a fair turn of speed on as they race down towards the 600. The locally trained galloper, Chosen Valor is the leader. 2 in front of Ram Raid, followed by Loring and Hemingway on the outside. Catbird is running 5th as they race towards the turn. Then Territorial, followed further back in the field, King Kiddo. Happy Spring is back along the inside, followed then by, as they race down the straight, Calais. And the next one was Money Mover, followed by Glittering Gleams, but Chosen Valor is the leader. Now Catbird is running on very stoutly on the outside, and then Ram Raid down towards the inside. Oh, here's Catbird coming very, very quickly. Catbird broke away inside the final 100, and Catbird races away for a most impressive win in the Black Opal Preview. It's all Catbird. Now Chosen Valor lasted for second, just ahead of King Kiddo. In behind those Ram Raid, followed by Calais, then Loring, Hemingway, Territorial, Money Mover well back, followed by Best of Burgess, Noble L, a long break in the field, Crimson Covert, followed by Happy Spring, then Glittering Gleams, Vain Kari, and the last one to pull up was Abhishek. Catbird has absolutely annihilated the field. Number 3, Catbird, Mark de Montfort, trained by Frank Cleary, 347. Congratulations to the owners, Mr. and Mrs. K.T. Jones Jr. And of course, as I said, they're listening up at Guam. I know that Ken and his wife will be here on Black Opal Day. And Ken, we're looking forward to seeing you here, providing you sing a couple of verses of Old Man River. Number 3, Catbird, is the winner, raced by KT Junior and Mrs. E. Jones, a 2-year-old bay colt by Dane Hill out of Fitting, trained by Frank Cleary. And Catbird, well ridden by Mark de Montfort. Number 4, second, Chosen Valour, another locally trained galloper holding on. Gratzville, the trainer Matthew Carl. And third, number 7, King Kiddo, made up good ground, ridden by Brian York, trained by Jack Denham. 3, 4, 7 the numbers. Number 10 was 4th, Ram Raid. 5th goes to number 8, Loring, and 6th to number 12, which was Calais. But all credit to the winner, Catbird, trained by Frank Cleary. And I can guarantee there's no doubt that Catbird will start a short-priced favourite in the Black Opal in a fortnight. And if everything goes right, straight to Rosehill for the Golden Slipper Stakes. Now.
All right, thank you, Tony. As you see, the head-on shot, and Catbird defeating Chosen Valour and King Keto. I suppose the thing that you've got to be most impressed about with that win was the fact today that Catbird settled back off the pace and that explosive acceleration in the straight. He looked very good winning there, and as Tony said, no doubt he will start a very short price favourite for the Black Opal in a fortnight from now. Exciting prospect, and congratulations to the Jones family and to Frank Cleary, the trainer. Be a very popular result in Canberra today. Now at Benalla they're moving in, and it's 2 minutes past start time there. Speedaway's at 9.20, Extradition at 18, Mankind into 5.90, 8.90 Rustic Warrior, Viva Emanuela now at 4.60, Big Mistake at 15, Gamesmanship at 8.10, and Tim's Show at 7.50. The Benalla race a couple of minutes late now. Now they're getting set. Sunshine Coast is 2 away 2, Stanzabar at 9.75. Black Opal Preview, and the winner 3, Catbird, 171.30 over 4 Chosen Valour 3.80 and 7 King Keto 2.20. Quinella paid 11.40, and the trifecta of 3, 4, 7, 113.10 on race 6 Canberra. Camperdown is 3 away. Air Rider at 5.70, $5 Harbour Jack and Colossus of Rhodes at 6.10. 4 Micro Lass at 14, 5 Lady Gemma $5. Green Chain number 7 is at 5th. Trainer Frank Cleary.
Catbird won by 5.5 lengths, absolutely blitzed them, and Frank Cleary joins us now. Frank, the ease of the win, did it surprise you?
A little bit, yeah, because I said to Mark that I said he's not completely wound up, and I didn't want him knocked around today. I thought he had a little bit on the field, but not that much. I am a bit surprised, yeah, for sure.
It seems as though he's improving lengths and lengths each time he steps out.
Yeah, well, he's finally got it together in his head. Like, he's always been a nice moving horse and a nice galloper, but early in the piece he was just doing little things wrong. You know, he's missing the start, and then I watched him one morning walk off the track. He shied at a water bucket, these sort of things, you know, and I thought, well, gee, you've got a long way to go yet, mate, but he's putting it together now.
He's a beautifully bred horse. Of course, his mother won a Jim Crack and ran 4th in a Golden Slipper. And there's no secret to the fact that he cost $400,000, but he's on the way to repaying it. The Slipper in 2 weeks' time, how do you think he'll shape up, given today's win?
The Black Opal in 2 weeks.
Sorry, I beg your pardon, the Black Opal.
You're lucky I'm a heel. Yeah, no, I'll get quiet on him now. Look, he'll probably just follow the same pattern after he won at Randwick 2 weeks ago. I just potted around with him. Brought him out here last Wednesday morning, give him an easy 600-metre gallop, and he seems to like that sort of work. And, you know, realistically, we've still got 5 weeks to the Slipper, so I don't been doing too much with him.
Is it fair to compare him with Clan O'Sullivan?
Now it is, yeah. Before Christmas, no. He was a big date before Christmas, and whereas I just spoke to one of the other journalists and I said Clan O'Sullivan had to be wound up because, as you know, he won both Magic Millions, and he had to be wound up for January, which he did. He went up there and won pretty well. This horse was a big deal before Christmas, but since Christmas he's come along in leaps and bounds, and I think you noticed him yourself in the enclosure, he still looks pretty fat on it.
Mark de Montfort's won 2 Black Opals before, back in to Just Blooming and Maze K in the late 80s. He knows how to win one, and he handled him very well today because he wanted to over-race just a little bit coming around the corner.
Early, yeah, he did. He got out and wanted to get going. Well, that's natural for young horses because his last 2 starts he's jumped and led. And that was only because he'd drawn so well at Randwick. He drew 1 the first day and then he drew 2 the second time. So you've just got to use those alleys. You can't waste those alleys. But today Mark settled in beautiful, and coming to about the 500 metres, I just looked at my wife and I said, Susie, we're home.
Love your confidence, Frank. Good luck in 2 weeks' time.
Thanks, Hill. Thanks, mate.
Frank Cleary there, trainer of Catbird, a sensational winner of today's Black Opal Preview.
Okay, Hilton, no doubt about that, and I think they'd be feeling pretty chuffed and very excited about the prospects of Catbird over the next 5 weeks leading into the Black Opal and the Slipper. Now at Armidale, they're getting set pretty well for the running of this 7th event, and Somalia is at 2:20, Confederation 12, and Post-Op 5:10. Now they're all set at Yarra Glen. This race coming up, and there's the market there for one of the feature events. The other big one, the Guineas at Canberra. Christopherson, the favourite, 270. Love's Choice, 380. I'm Prowling, 420. $9 Go Joy. And they'd be the most fancied runners there without a doubt. Christopherson, the favourite. Now, here's the Yarra Glen Pacing Cup. Race 7, once again, here's Dan.
Getting set. Tapes release. Away they go on the cup. It's All Greek to Me, galloped out. No Other Way, galloped out. Away very swiftly, Bow Street goes to the lead from Kid Me Not. Auditor, No Disguise goes forward, taxing times along the rails. Then the Warrior, who began well. Next is It's All Greek to Me, Sheffield Mark on the inside. Then Decision Time, Camwood Can Go, and No Other Way is back to last. So they round the home turn the first time. Bow Street led, Kid Me Not away from the rails. No Disguise is out 3 wide at the moment. Taxing Times driving through, will try and get onto the leaders back here. The Warriors 3 wide behind No Disguise, who's just stuck 3 deep at the moment. Between runners is Auditor, then Sheffield Mark, 3 back the inside. Next It's All Greek to Me, and then came Decision Time, Camwood Can Go, and No Other Way is back last as they head out of the straight. Bow Street's the leader. No Disguise had to work pretty hard to go and draw alongside of it now, and still pressing on was the Warrior, who has been trapped out 3 wide and looking for the death seat as they head to the back. They've completed 1 lap, 2.5 to go, and Bow Street leads, the Warrior second, third Taxing Times. No Disguise is 4th, and Sheffield Mark 3 back the inside 5th. Next is Kid Me Not, the running line. Decision Time goes through on the inside of Auditor. Then It's All Greek to Me as Camwood Can Go takes off, and 4 metres away, No Other Way. Heading off the back straight, and Bow Street's leads. Bow Street in front, second the Warrior. Here goes Camwood Can Go around the outside. Behind the leader, Taxing Times. Then No Disguise, Sheffield Mark the inside. Kid Me Not back to about midfield around Decision Time. Then Auditor, It's All Greek to Me, and No Other Way. Camwood Can Go gets to the breeze. 2 laps to go, and Bow Street the leader, 2 metres in front. Second, Camwood Can Go. Taxing Times third. The Warrior 4th. Then Sheffield Mark 3 back the inside of No Disguise. Decision Time on the inside of Kid Me Not. And then came Auditor. Second last is It's All Greek to Me, and No Other Way at the rear. 25 metres off the lead. 1:48.4 the lead time, and as they enter the back straight with 1400 left to go, Bow Street's in front, leading 3 metres to Camwood Can Go. Taxing Times is third, the Warrior 4th, and Sheffield Mark 5th, but it's on the inside. Then came No Disguise. On the rails, Decision Time. Then Kid Me Not, Auditor, It's All Greek to Me, and No Other Way last. Has to be 30 off the lead and starts its run 3 deep. First quarter of the last mile, 32.7, and Bow Street leads. Running second is Camwood Can Go. Taxing Times has had a lovely run third the inside. The Warrior 1-1. Then Sheffield Mark 3 back the inside of No Disguise. Kid Me Not hooks out 3 deep. Following it No Other Way. Then Decision Time, Auditor, and It's All Greek to Me is last. They start to bunch with a lap to go, and Bow Street leads Camwood Can Go. 3 wide, Kid Me Not going forward. Taxing Times behind the leader. Then the Warrior the centre, No Other Way 3 wide with a trail. Sheffield Mark on the inside, then No Disguise, Decision Time, Auditor, and off the track It's All Greek to Me. Second quarter 31.8, and Bow Street the leader down the back straight, leads 2 metres. Camwood Can Go second. Taxing Times is behind the leader. Kid Me Not 3 wide. Between runners is the Warrior. Then came No Other Way. Sheffield Mark held up. Heading off the back, Bow Street under pressure. Camwood Can Go joins it. 2 metres to Kid Me Not. Taxing Times trying to get out. It's blocked. Then the Warrior, No Other Way, and Sheffield Mark off the back in 29.3. Camwood Can Go with its head in front of Bow Street. Kid Me Not 3 wide. No Other Way 4 wide. No run Taxing Times with the Warrior. Sheffield Mark eases to the outside. Camwood Can Go in front from No Other Way. Sheffield Mark running on. Camwood Can Go the leader from No Other Way. Sheffield Sheffield Mark the outside and driving through. Taxing Times just as pushing Taxing Times through, and it gets the prize. Taxing Times wins. Taxing Times beats Camwood Kango. Sheffield Mark wide, no other way, and the Warrior in a brilliant finish. They were followed in by Auditor not far away with Bow Street. Then Notice Guys, Kid Me Not, It's All Greek to Me, and Decision Time in the final quarter, 31 seconds.
Taxing Times wins the Yarra Glen Pacing Cup and pays $482.40 in a photo for the miners at Canberra. Moving in for the feature event, the Guineas, Love's Choice into $350. Christopherson $330 is just the favourite. I'm Prowling at $450. Final Fantasy $640 with Go Joy now at $960. And there's one other in the market. No, there isn't. I thought there was. But anyhow, those top 4 to 5 are the ones. Now, Flemington, Breaker's Edge, paid $34 and $11. One Quick Mick, $160. 5 Mudder Jar paid $350. Quinella, $74.90. Trifecta of 10.15, $2,380. Race 7 at Flemington. Benalla will follow Canberra, and Kabloom is at $270. $470 light start. We've got 7.10 Trainers Talk. Parasinalia at $970, then down to Check Ruler at $870, Shredder at $530, and the others over 20s. The favourite number 1. 2, 4, 10 are the tips, all set for the Guineas at Canberra, and we take you back to Tony Campbell.
They're set, waiting on the light, 1,600 metres, a good race. Strange, I'm Prowling, stands up, Final Fantasy, Christopherson. The light is on, they're set. They're off. Oh, perfect start. Final Fantasy out wide, got away well and ridden hard. Love's Choice down towards the inside. And Christopherson and our Midnight Star vying for the lead. Omerta drives up along the inside. Back behind those, Vic Love, followed then by Backarul. In behind those, I'm Prowling as they race down the back. Further back behind those, Nurse Grace, Go Joy and Strangers last. In the back stretch at the 1,200 metre mark, and Pacencia now. It's Pacencia leading narrowly over Love's Choice, followed by Omerta third. About a length and a half behind those, our Midnight Star. Vic Love is on the rails, followed by Final Fantasy, then Christopherson. Down towards the inside as they race towards that next turn was I'm Prowling. About a length and a half then Backarul, followed by Nurse Grace and Strange. And Go Joy is last of all as they leave the back and race down the side inside the 800 and Pacencia. The locally trained Gulliver, Pacencia leads about a length in front of Love's Choice going well. Then Final Fantasy, followed by Omerta on the inside. Back behind those then came our Midnight Star. Backarul is round the outside. Further back behind those Vic Love. Further back then came Christopherson and Strange is on the outside. I'm Prowling well back as they race towards the turn. Second last is Go Joy and Nurse Grace is last. Around the home turn in the Guineas, 400 to go, and Love's Choice in the centre raced up and hit the lead, taken on by Final Fantasy now. In behind those Vic Love and running on fairly well behind those Christopherson, but as they race in with 300 to go, driven to the lead Final Fantasy. Love's Choice is battling on, followed then by Christopherson, and down the outside Go Joy, but nicely clear as they race in with 100 to go is Final Fantasy. Love's Choice is battling away, but it's all Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy wins the Guineas. Love's Choice second. Go Joy is third, followed by Christopherson. Then I'm Prowling. Back behind those, Vic Love, Nurse Grace, Strange, Pacencia. Further back then, Backarul, and the last one, or second last, was Omerta, and pulling up very scratchily across the line was our Midnight Star. Final Fantasy number 4, ridden by Corey Brown. 415 will be the numbers. Number 4, the winner of the Guineas, Final Fantasy, Corey Brown, trained at Warwick Farm by Bruce Cross. Bruce Cross, the winning trainer. Final Fantasy is raced by M and Mrs. D.K. Chung, a 3-year-old bay gelding by Chime Square out of Fantastique. One Love's Choice, a good run second, is trained at Cranbourne by Len Trelaw, Brian York, a 3-year-old chestnut filly by Jugar out of Chevelle Choice, and third number 5 Go Joy, a good run, the locally trained galloper. Go Joy by Rave Report out of Special Joy, Ron Hopkins, Queanbeyan, Alan Abrahams. So the numbers in the Guineas, 415, 2 Christopherson 4th, and 12 finished 5th, that being Vic Love. Now,
so Final Fantasy really blitzed them in the Guineas. That was a big win. And Corey Brown, the winning rider, rode a perfect race there. 570, 180, Love's Choice 160, and 5 Go Joy 220. And Christopherson, running into 4th place, received his share of trouble in the run, so it may pay to overlook that run. So 415 after race 7 at Canberra. Now they're almost set at Benalla. This is race number 8. Once again, here's Hilton.
Thanks, Chris. We're joined by Richard Nicholson now from ADT Security. And ADT Security is one of the biggest sponsors, if not the, of the Canberra Race Club, with a recent announcement, and Richard is going to make that announcement now. Richard, what's happening with ADT Security and their sponsorship at Canberra?
Well, ADT is now the main sponsor for the 1999 Black Opal. We've taken on the sponsorship for the next 3 years, and we're very proud to be associated with the racecourse and the Black Opal, and look forward to a good relationship.
What benefit can you get out of such a sponsorship?
From ADT's perspective, being our specialty in residential and commercial monitoring services and security installations, we're really hoping to achieve a good branding exercise from the sponsorship, and obviously supporting the community and the race club.
Is your company, when you say residential and commercial, is it people driven, or in fact is it security systems?
It's actually security systems. Our specialty is electronics, from the householder through to the largest of commercial premises, all aspects of security, from standard security intruder detection systems through to closed circuit television systems.
Have you been involved in racing long with your sponsorship? I know you've picked it right up now.
As ADT, no, but our parent company, which is the Tyco International group of companies, Tyco International has a long-standing relationship with racing and with the Canberra Racecourse, and as this is our latest venture into the market. So,
congratulations on that, and we hope to see you in a fortnight's time.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I think it's going to be a fantastic day, and we really look forward to being part of it.
It'll be a great race. Thanks very much, Richard.
Thank you.
Richard Nicholson there from ADT Security. There you go, Chris. If you can, if you're looking for a company to lock up those millions of yours, ADT for you.
Yeah, I don't know about the millions, but anyhow, we've got the divs at Canberra there on the Guineas. 4 Final Fantasy 570 180, 1 Love's Choice 160, and 5 Go Joy 220. The Quinella 920 and the Trifecta 4 1 and 5 165.50. Race 7 at Canberra. Almost set now at the Sunshine Coast. There's a riding change at Camperdown in the 8th. Number 10, Count Tristram L. Millam now. Now, here's...
Being ridden by Grant McCarthy, and he joins us now. Well, Grant, last time out this horse came from the tail of the field. Today he's up to the mile. Can he do it?
I think he can. You know, he's improving with each run. And the other day at Wagga, I had to ride him for a bit of luck because he drew barrier 14, so I just dropped him straight to the tail, and he finished off the race really well.
What about the start before that when he won?
Yeah, Kevin Sweeney actually rode him at Canberra, and he was running 4th all the way, and it sort of took him a while to win, but he won sort of impressively. But the other day, he couldn't have been more impressive the way he won the other day, ridden, you know, a bit further back in the field.
In his past 5 starts, he's only drawn single figures once. He can't get a barrier, can he?
No, he's that bad. Like, I got beaten in one day at Wagga, he drew 14, you know, and I was 5 and 6 deep the whole way, and he just got nutted on the line. So he sort of needs a bit of luck, but hopefully today he'll get a bit of luck and he'll take a plenty of beating.
He's raced here before for a win and a second, and given what you're saying, it appears as though he's going to get a pretty strong mile.
I think he will for sure. Yeah, the way he finished the race off last week, you know, I'll probably drop him out a little bit today because he drew wide, and just take a bit of luck and he'll be finishing off real well.
We see your name amongst the jockey lists regularly in the River Arena. Where are you based?
I'm in Wagga.
And how many winners have you had so far this season?
Oh, I think I've rode about 36 so far. I've ridden a few in Victoria this season as well, so...
That's the beauty of Wagga. You can get over the border, can't you?
Yeah, well, it's more or less in between Sydney and Melbourne, so, you know, Victoria's only an hour and a half down the road, so you sort of got the choice of 2 sort of spots there.
We wish you all the best today.
Thank you.
Good on you.
Thanks.
Grant McCarthy there riding